Hi everyone! You guys ready to do circle time with me? Let's go! Hey my friends, it's time for circle. Hey my friends, come and have a seat. Hey my friends, it's time for circle. Please put your things away and put your eyes on me. If you can hear me, touch your nose. If you can hear me, clap your hands. If you can hear me, rub your tummy. If you can hear me, pat your legs. And stop. Good job, you guys. Okay, today I want to talk to you about something super important. On the day that I'm filming this today, it's election day where I live. Do you know what election day is? No? Election day is when grown-ups 18 or older get to go and vote. A lot of times they're voting for new laws or rules that can be put in place for the community or for new leaders in your community. What does that mean to vote? Have you ever voted before? In my classroom, we do a lot of voting. Sometimes we'll vote on what song to sing. That means we don't know what song we want to sing. And so I come up with a few different ideas, maybe 2 or 3 different songs that we could sing. And I ask the kids in my class, what song would you like to sing? And they get to vote out of those 2 or 3 songs that I choose. Have you ever voted with your family before? What if you don't know what to have for dinner? Maybe your parent, your mom or dad, your grandparent, whoever you're with, they could give you some choices on what you could have for dinner. If nobody knows what to have for dinner, maybe we could have a salad and some hamburgers, or maybe we could have some pasta, or maybe we could have, what else? What does your family eat? That sounds good. And then you choose between those 3 different options, which you would like. And whichever has the most votes, the most people choose that one, that's what you would have for dinner. Election day is the last day that grown-ups get to vote for their new community leaders. But how do they go about voting? It's not like they just raise their hand in class and say, ooh, 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 I want that one. Adults will go to a special voting place in the community. These could be at your community libraries or schools in your community. When the grown-up walks into these special places, they get their own private ballot, and they walk into a private voting booth, which is just a small area where nobody else can see what you are choosing. They want your vote to be your vote only. Nobody else needs to see. Once the grown-up is done voting, they seal up their ballot and they put it inside of a drop box or a ballot box. Some adults don't go in on election day. Some of them get their ballot mailed to their house, and they fill it out at home and they can send it in the mail. And as long as they send it by today, then their vote will count. I bet you're wondering, what's a ballot? And I made one so that I can show you. This says election ballot. Some of the people that grown-ups might be voting for your leaders are mayor, governor, president, vice president, and there's so many more like senators and state representative and judges too. So many different kinds of people that you get to vote for when you're a grown-up. The mayor is going to be the community leader for your city. Whatever city you live in, your city has its own mayor. The governor is the community leader for the whole state. And then the president is the community leader for our whole country. The vice president works very closely with the president to work on new laws or rules that should be put in place and how to manage a lot of things within our country community. So a ballot is just a piece of paper that has the titles of the leaders on it, the pictures of the people that you can vote for, and boxes so that you can pick which one you would like to vote for. I made small ballots so that my friends could vote for their favorite color, just like I've been asking you guys to do in the last couple of videos. So I'm going to show you what those look like. So now that we know about elections, what election day is, what is voting, and what are ballots, you might be wondering, what on earth do we do with those ballots once the people have voted? They go inside that box, but what happens to them after that? All those ballots get sent to counters who separate out the ballots for who the people voted for and count how many people voted for each person. I'm going to show you how I separate out my ballots for each color so I can see which color is winning. So you can see over here that these are the friends that voted for blue. These are the friends that voted for pink. These are the friends that voted for green. And this is the friend that voted for orange. So there's 1 orange, 1, 2 votes for green, 1, 2 votes for pink, and 1, 2, 3 votes for blue. So it looks like blue won in my election. As you can see, it was a close call with favorite colors. There were 2 that voted for pink, but 3 that voted for blue. So more people voted for blue. So I think for our group of friends, we're going to make a blue sign. What happens if the vote that everybody chooses, the blue, isn't what you like? What happens when the person that you voted for isn't the person that you like for your community leader? Sometimes that happens. You saw the colors on my ballot were blue, green, pink, and orange. None of those are even my favorite color. My favorite color is purple. But when we did our first round of our pre-election voting, nobody else voted for purple but me, so it got kicked out. And so I was kind of sad that my vote wasn't going to be the one that I really, really wanted. But sometimes during an election, you have to vote for which one fits you best. So out of all of those colors on my ballot, I chose green. Even though it wasn't my favorite, it was my very best pick out of the choices that I had. And then, now that blue won, it again made me kind of sad that green didn't win, because green is the one I voted for. It's okay to be sad, and it's okay to be mad when the person or the color or the law that you vote for doesn't come through. But it's not okay to be mean about it. One of the things that we have to get better at is about being positive when something doesn't happen the way that we want it to. And even though I didn't get purple and I didn't get green, I'm going to be happy with blue because my friends chose blue. And so I know that that might be the best thing for our group of friends. And when it comes to the election and it comes to our community leaders, we know that we need to work hard to make sure that our community works together. And so if most people are voting for a certain person, then we need to look at why those people are voting for that person instead of the person that we want, and try to figure out how we can make a connection with those people in our community. Because what's most important is that we love each other and that we take care of each other in our community, no matter who wins or loses in an election. Before I do a story, would you guys like to do the jump up and down song with me? Yeah, I know you guys have been sitting so still for so long. I bet you're all wiggly jiggly. Okay, everybody stand up. Ready? Okay. Everybody, everybody jump up and down, friends jump up and down. Everybody jump up and down. Now sit back down, very good. Let's get all the wiggles and jiggles out of our body and do it one more time. Are you ready? Everybody jump up and down, friends jump up and down. Everybody jump up and down. Now sit back down. This book is called This Little President, a presidential primer. And it's by Joan Holub and Daniel Rood. Leading our country, helping you and me, keeping all the 50 states safe, happy, and free. Those are some of our presidents. Little presidents have a great big job. This little president flew flags, red, white, and blue. He was our first leader when this nation was new. Do you know who that is? George Washington was the first president of the United States of America. Do you notice that our flag looks a little bit different than it does there? Yeah, when our country was new, it looked different. This little president led with wisdom and care. When the White House was built, he was first to live there. President John Adams was also the first vice president. There's the White House. This little president was super duper smart. He liked buildings, inventions, books, fossils, and art. Thomas Jefferson wrote the Declaration of Independence. That's a big word. Can you say that? Declaration of Independence. Good job. This little president was honest as can be. He kept our states united and set people free. Abraham Lincoln was the tallest president and the first one to wear a beard. Look, now there's more stars on the flag that he's holding. This little president could really horseback ride. He was a brave general with a patriotic pride. Who's that? Ulysses S. Grant made Christmas a federal holiday. This little president was a cowboy ranch hand. He made national parks and preserved the forest land. Theodore Roosevelt inspired a candy store owner to sell toy bears called Teddy's Bears. This little president told people not to fear. He gave jobs to Americans, which made them all cheer. Franklin D. Roosevelt was the first president in a wheelchair. This little president had heart, style, and grace. He sent our first astronaut into outer space. John F. Kennedy was the youngest president ever elected. This little president was once a movie star. He brought the world together both near and far. Ronald Reagan used to be the oldest president ever elected. This little president is a family man. When others say we can't, he declared, yes, we can. Barack Obama is the first African American president of the United States of America. Anything can happen in the USA. Hey, maybe you'll be president someday. These are all of the presidents that we have had so far. Yeah, so that was this little president, a presidential primer. Well, I hope you guys really liked that story, and if you enjoyed learning about the election and voting, make sure that you subscribe to this channel because we're going to be learning about lots of other things this year. Are you guys ready to do our good morning song, which is also our goodbye song? Yeah? Get your hands ready. Good morning, good morning. How are you? How are you? Very well, I thank you. Very well, I thank you. How about you? How about you? Tell me, how are you feeling today? I'm so happy to hear that most of you are feeling happy. And I hope that some of your days get better if you're not feeling so happy today. We are going to do that song one more time. Are you ready? Good morning, good morning. How are you? Tell me, how are you? Very well, I thank you. Very well, I thank you. How about you? How about you? Okay, guys, I love you, and I will definitely see you guys all later. Bye.